I have a chicken coop. Oh! Would you look at that? Would you just look at that? Why are you such a klutz? Once upon a time in the projects. The PJs. The projects. Living in the projects. Sorry. Yeah, there's a train. Way down yonder. You know, I'm just close enough to get the benefits of hearing it, but it don't shake or rattle. It ain't loud enough to wake you up. When you're in the house, you hardly hear it. And I don't know, it probably looks cooler to me. I'm gonna take y'all in the barn. I do not know if I've ever had you in the barn before. I don't do a lot with the barn because it's winter and I've got plans for it, but it's got power. It's a nice barn. It's pretty sweet building. So I tell you what, I'll get the lights on before I show you all around. So yeah, this is I'm gonna be honest with you, I don't know what most of this is. This is, I forget what kind of tank it is, but agitation tank or whatever. It's got a thing that turns in it. It's all stainless steel and it's beautifully clean on the inside. Let's see if I can get a shot. Nice in there. So I've heard that these are good for people who do distilleries and stuff, or for people who make alcohol or whatever. Apparently these food grade stainless steel tanks are valuable to them, so I want to see about getting that. See if I can, I don't know, do something with it. Now, back here I got other stuff that I don't know what I mean. I got a couple water heaters or water heat exchanger. I don't know. Not 100% sure. This is the room I wanted to go to though, because inhibitor plus, this is what I need to put in there now that I've added more water. So come along out of here. Guess that light burnt out. A couple cool things about this. When I did my first, now this is where water tanks and whatever is for all this stuff. When I did my first tour of this house, I came back over here, right? Now, there was no power to the house when I did my first tour. Everything was with flashlights. I mean, the house had been vacant for a while. So I came around over here and I saw, you know, this is what I saw. Only I saw complete darkness. So I couldn't see that there. And I just thought this was a little office. Well, then I got to look in a little further and come to find out my barn is equipped. This is a swing off the swing set, but with a toilet, sink, and a shower. So, and it's just got this neat little door on a weight or whatever, so it closes itself. So I didn't even realize there was a door there. So, yeah, you got the udder wash, that's still dang near full. You got the teat dip nearly full. Like I said, I don't know what any of this stuff is. I've milked the cow by hand. I've never milked the cow by machine. Coming out into here. If you can hear the echo, I love this. My 4,000 square foot barn. The only thing I don't love about it, you got the in-ground wet manure system, so I'm gonna have to get that filled or dug down. I don't know. I go back and forth because the ceiling is kind of short. Actually, here it's all right, but on the edges, it's kind of not the greatest. So this is my barn. It's you know, you got, these are not holding anything up. These are in place loose, but I could take these down. Those don't hold the roof. And I plan on taking those down, opening this up, because if I ever get the ambition, the money, the time, I've got another 60 years, I think, of working. So whenever I get to it, what I'm hoping to do then is back on this side of the building, across this wall. Now I gotta be careful with this. This is where the wet manure is. I don't know, they told me I needed to be careful in here to not fall in. Well, the wet manure is under this, so it'd be pretty hard to fall into that. I've never looked in there and all the spider webs. Like I said, I'm scared of spiders. That's why I didn't do anything this spring. But the pump went bad in there, so he dropped the sump pump down the hole here. Like I said, I'm not really worried about falling in there, and even if I do, I mean, it looks dry now, but I gotta get that filled at some point. So the main pump broke, so he dropped this sump pump in there, and he was using that for a few years, and I guess that fell off or something, I don't know. And so anyways, what I want to do back here is, all right, you got that wall there, which is, I believe, non-load bearing. I don't think any of these walls are load bearing. This one might be. I don't know. But then I've got this room right here, which is, this is one of the rooms where they would put a cow if it was, you know, needed to be separated. And anyway, so you got the double door there. But what I would love to do is take that wall out between these two and turn this into a movie theater. I think that would be awesome. I would have the screen probably on that wall. See, I don't know where I'd have the screen. I don't know, but I'd like a movie theater right here. Now here's where it gets funky. Because with that, I would love to dig out right here where you see the flashlight going. That, I think it would be awesome. With all this will be ripped out. I want to rip out all of the cow stuff. And I want to put a swimming pool right where I'm standing. Now, with my ears, yes, it seems kind of pointless because I'm technically not supposed to go underwater. I can on occasion with earplugs, but I'm supposed to avoid lakes. When I do swim, they said I should do pools. But I love to swim. I always grew up around water, and so I don't know. I just like to have a pool, even if I got to keep my head above it, just to play in. Water's good. Water's great. And then something for Kylie too. You know, it's kind of interesting too. I've never realized I have a door here. Apparently I lost y'all, so I was just giving a tour of the barn, kind of talking about my ideas. So we'll see what's left in the video. But I was just, I just discovered a door. I didn't know I had a door here that goes to the outside. Like I said, I'm scared of those nasty things. They terrify me, and they're everywhere. That's why I haven't done anything with this place. Ah, there's the light switch. Figuring it out. So that means there must be one for the manure room. Yes, there is. So this is the manure room. Underneath these boards is a pit. Actually, underneath this whole room, I believe, is a pit. Because there's another hole here. Now the pump down there went out. So he had a sump pump hooked up that I guess, I don't know, something broke and that stopped working. So it's full of manure, which is known as liquid gold. So I'm hoping to someday get that pumped out, get it filled in, knock that wall out. Look at all the freaking spider webs. Oh my gosh. And make a movie theater out of that room. Like the whole length of it. It's a dream of mine to have a movie theater. And then what I'd like to do, crazy idea, but in the middle of here, I'd like to dig out a swimming pool. I'm not supposed to swim in lakes with my ears and you know, I'm not supposed to go underwater, so, but I love water. I've always, when I was a little kid, I used to beg to take baths like a couple times a day. So I want to get a swimming pool or something in this main part in here, and then a hot tub, of course. You need a hot tub. But then also, what else am I going to do with all the extra room? Well, I want an arcade. I've actually looked up how to build boxes, and I have a few old gaming systems. I got a Nintendo 64, a couple Wiis, and the Wiis are backwards compatible for GameCube. I got GameCube controllers. So I wanna build my own console someday. You still got some of the milking stuff there, but yeah, I think that would be awesome to be able to do that. And I want to put a wall. I was thinking I could put a wall somewhere about right where I'm standing. So all that room over there could be rec, and actually probably a little further down. Probably put the wall right about here. So all there would be my recreational. So movie theater, swimming pool, hot tub, arcade, pool table. I mean, bacheloring it up. Someday I'll get married, and you know, I'm gonna have to cut a few things off of that list of what I'm gonna actually get, but you know. kind of neat seeing some of the stuff from the cows. But I don't know what any of it means. And then out here, there's probably lights out here. Yeah, there is. I just don't know where the switches are. Well, there's these. I don't know if I want to mess with those. That looks scary. Let's see what happens. Yeah, it didn't turn on the light. Darn. Well, I've got some silos in great shape. The caps are good, if you can see that. Oh! I hope that wasn't a bat. And this one as well, it's still got the pickup in it, and it's lowered. I made sure that both of them are lowered because it can be dangerous to have, you know, if this is wound up, that rises up into the air. And what can happen, you know, is someone will go in there and that'll fall. That can kill you pretty quick. Right here is another door to the outside. So this is where Kylie's gonna get horses someday. So that's where, you know, I would have them come in through here, and this would be the animal side. Over here now, you guys have seen this. This is my wood shed. It's where I got all my wood piled. Looks like we got some snow coming. This needs some roof work though. If you can see, I got some rot and whatnot. Most of this has a steel roof, but this room is shingled, so. But you know, it's not in bad shape. But once Kylie gets her horse, y'all think this will be the stable. And actually there's enough room here for me to do a couple stables, so I could do a few different, or you know, a couple different kind of enclosures for animals. And the beautiful thing about this is a Lester's building that is built like Lego blocks. Each one of these panels, you'll notice, has a seam. Seam there, there's a seam there. If you look, there's a seam here, there's a seam here, there's a seam here. It's put together like Lego blocks. So if you run a Sawzall along those seams and you cut the nails, you can actually pull sections out, move them around, reuse them, put them back. It's kind of a neat setup. And the reason I know about that is because I was talking with the previous owner. I told him, I said, I want to get this tank out of here because the idea on this side, well, I've got a bathroom, so I'm pretty sure it should be kind of easy to guess what I think this would be great for. Again, I don't think any of these walls are load bearing. I'm pretty sure they're all just put up to be dividers. And you know what? I'd probably leave some of them, not get rid of them all, but I'd want to open this up, and I think this would make an awesome little, kind of like an apartment area. You know, I've got the bathroom over there. I could do an L kitchenette over here, and if I bring this wall back a little bit, I can do a small bedroom over here. And this is, right there, if you notice, it's disconnected from the previous owner. I have not messed with hooking it up because I don't want to pay to heat everything that I don't need to heat. But that's a circulation pump that goes to the wood stove. So this is heated. So I mean, that's a dream. I don't know if they're pipe dreams or not, but anyways, let's get back to working on that boiler. I am freezing my butt off. And lights out. I keep the breakers off out here. Number one, I don't want people to come in here and start screwing with stuff in the middle of the night. Number two, I don't want anything drawing power. I keep my electric bill, believe it or not, I got this giant farm. The electric bill is only about 80 to 100 a month. And then, yeah. So that's kind of what I want to do with that. You know, I've got, y'all want to see something scary. This, all right, that's the milk house, milking barn. This is the, this is for separating the calves. Looks like I got some kind of little critter. I got a few little critters around here, but this is where they would put the calves when the calves were born. Keep them a little separate, I guess, or whatever. But so this was all set up. This has no power when, well, actually, maybe it does have power. Let's find out. Yep, this has no power. But anyways, so it had all these poles set up along the ceiling like those, and most of them are out. But you can put them all back, and you can put the gates in here and whatnot. Now this This I go back and forth because this could, in theory, I've thought of making this the arcade and honestly putting a hot tub right there, big screen TV right there, pool table right there, arcade along there, wet bar right there. I don't know, let me know what you guys think. Leave in the comments what you think I should do with these buildings. I love them, they're great. All the potential. This door goes to the outside, but I mean, that could be covered if ever need be. Or, you know, it's big enough out here, I could put a garage door on this and make this another shop, but I mean, come on, I've got a 5,000 square foot shop. I think I'm good. Anyways, now you want to see something really scary. Here's another stainless tank, which again, hopefully somebody who wants to make beer will want it. But you see the spider webs? You see the oh my gosh. This was duct tape shut. It was, I was in this house for 6 months before I figured out what was behind the door. And the only reason I figured out what was behind the door is because there was a feral cat. And I was trying to find its house so I could stop it from going into the buildings and stuff. But, oh man, all these webs. This was floor to ceiling. You see that broom there? I took that and I just, yeah, edited it out of there. Anyways, this is, I don't know what this is, but there's a mattress in here, another door to the outside. And it's just kind of a little room. And in all honesty, it's falling apart. It should be tore down, but it's got a water trowel right there. So I'm hoping, being as frugal as I am, that like everything else on this farm, I can get that working. When I bought this house, the wood stove didn't work. Oh, that's Kiara. Ha! Hi, Kiara. When I bought this house, the wood stove didn't work. The furnace didn't work. Y'all want to go outside? What else didn't work? Been broken into, I know that. Actually, that was annoying because when I looked at the house, it was in one way. When I owned the house, it wasn't in the same way because it had gotten broken into while we were closing. But thankfully, you know, nothing too major was damaged. But oh yeah, I ripped out a whole bunch of flooring, a whole bunch of garbage right away to move in. You've noticed probably that I've got bare wood floors. And that's just temporary because some of the subfloor needs to be replaced, some of it needs to be leveled. There's the chicken coop. And that shed is actually, my old house had such a small garage. It was 18 feet by 18 feet. So what I had to do, you all have probably, if you've watched my videos, you've seen the little intro clip of Kylie pulling the engine out of a car.
Hi.
Big and strong lifting that motor out of that car.
To be able to work on stuff like that, I bought this 10 by 10 shed and my garage had swinging open doors. So I would swing the doors open and I would put that shed up to the garage so I could work on the car in the winter. And it worked out, you know, the Nipco kept it heated and I had a tarp going over the top of the doors and do what you gotta do, work with what you gotta work with until you get this, you know? Until you get what you want. This was my dream. I always wanted a farm with a barn because I want the pool table, the pool, the hot tub, and the arcade. Now, I don't know if the pool's ever gonna happen. Hot tub, arcade, and pool table. Those are my 3 guarantees. Those are gonna happen. It's no ifs, ands, or buts. The only thing that'll stop that is if I croak, and I hope that don't happen. Oh, Sky's up in a tree. You see that? Kylie taught the cats to climb the trees when we first moved here, and I'm glad she did because there's a lot of critters that might have gone after them, and it still might. I mean, whenever they see danger, that's where they go, is right up the trees. You got Kiara there. Never gotten stuck. They make it down. But Kylie used to, when they were little kittens, she'd put them on the trees and try to get them to climb. And so that they learned to do that.